So we're very grateful that the Jalsa Salana event offered to host the very first screening of Gaza, a graveyard for journalists at the 60th Jalsa Salana. And this documentary was produced by Analyst News to highlight the unprecedented and sustained killing of journalists in Gaza, which isn't being highlighted enough by mainstream news organizations. Almost 200 people were here, and we had a question and answer session. They all watched the half-an-hour film. They all had really, really good feedback. It was a very powerful, emotive, moving film, sorely needed for today and to highlight the atrocities that are being committed on the Palestinian population. You know, a lot of people think that the Gaza war is over. There's no more Palestinians being killed. But I was told just a minute ago that the last few weeks they've been pounding Gaza, and you haven't heard anything about it in the mainstream media. People need to know this. This is our collective humanity. This is a stain on humanity that a genocide is going on. People are being massacred. People are being killed. Children are dying and being killed and targeted deliberately. And yet the world is not doing anything. So this is why we have to show films like this. This is why we have to get the word out. This is why we have to pressurize the leaders to do justice, to stop the killing, to stop funding the killing. And this is why we in the media have to do our job so that the world can become a better place ultimately. That's what we're all striving for.
Yeah, the documentary was shocking, but outstanding, incredibly well done, very authentic journalism. It was verified. You could see everything that it showed could be proven. And then the shocking truth is that the CNN, BBC, New York Times, all the media that I trust and rely on are clearly not reporting this news effectively. And I think this is a film that our new Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, should see. I think it should go to people like the Pope, who's spoken well and movingly on Gaza, and not just the head of our Muslim communities, but the head of all of our churches.
The facts about what happens in Gaza, and so we have to talk about it, and this is, and to saying the truth, it's the first step to justice. And we have to change the minds of the people. The people have to see what is happening in Gaza, and if they are seeing it, they can protest, and when they protest, the governments got under pressure because they have to act like the people wanted.
I found the documentary affirming and confirming what we activists are aware of, that the BBC is not only biased but also complicit in the genocide that has been happening, and allows it to happen, and gives it the cover in mainstream media. So the more documentaries like this that are prepared and circulated, and the circulation is as wide as possible, the more truth gets out there.
I thought the documentary was very informative, and it really helped to open my eyes in how much specific news outlets give specific stories for what narrative they want to give. Allowed to say on any social media even, how even just the mention of Palestine or Israel can bring in random comments or deletions of whatever post about that question or about any sort of concern. It ends up really limiting what people typically are allowed to think of it and what they even know that they're allowed to think of it.